based on Numbers 25, 1-18, 26, 165. As the Israelites camped near the land of Moab, they began to forget God's warnings. Some of them started to make friends with the Moabites and joined them in feasts that honored false gods. The Moabite women invited the Israelite men to their sacrifices, and many bowed down before the idol called Baal of Peor. This made God very angry because his people had promised to worship only him. Moses called the leaders together and told them what God had said. Those who had turned to false gods would be punished. A terrible plague spread through the camp because of their disobedience. But one man, Phinehas, the grandson of Aaron, saw the evil that was happening and acted bravely to stop it. Because of his zeal for God's holiness, the plague ended, and God blessed Phinehas and his family, saying they would always have a special place in the priesthood. Still, 24,000 people had died, a sad reminder of how sin leads to sorrow. Afterward, God told Moses to take another census of the people. Many years had passed since the first counting at Mount Sinai, and the older generation who had doubted God had now died in the wilderness. It was time to count the new generation, the children who had grown up trusting God's guidance. This new census would prepare them to enter the Promised Land. Moses and Eleazar, Aaron's son who was now high priest, gathered the people in the plains of Moab by the Jordan River. Tribe by tribe, family by family, they called out the names of the heads of households. Each tribe was counted carefully. Reuben, Simeon, Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, Ephraim, Manasseh, Benjamin, Dan, Asher, Naphtali, and Gad all took their places again. The total number of men fit for battle was just over 600,000, much like before, but these were new faces, a new generation ready to trust God. Among them, Joshua and Caleb were the only two who had seen Egypt and the old days in the wilderness. They were the living proof of God's promise, showing that faith and obedience lead to life, while doubt leads to loss. When Moses looked over this great new group, he knew that God's plan was still unfolding, strong and unbroken. Though their parents had failed, these children had learned from their mistakes. They had seen what happens when people forget God, and what blessings come when they follow him. This new generation gave the Israelites hope. They were finally ready to cross into the land promised long ago to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Moral: God's mercy gives new chances even after mistakes. When we turn back to him, he gives us hope and strength to start again. Prayer. Dear God, thank you for giving me second chances. Help me to stay faithful, to learn from the past, and to follow you with a new heart each day. Amen. Please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Thanks.